Well, guys, I just picked up a tractor. I don't know what's wrong with me, but guy had a Deutz Allis for sale, literally 5 minutes from my house, so I bought it. A Deutz Allis 1914 Ultima. My other Deutz is a 1920, so this one's a little bit smaller, but it has like brand new tires on it. It's a lot less rusty than mine. The seat is pretty decent. I was kind of thinking of swapping over some parts to my tractor and junking the rest of this one or parting it out or something, but now the bug hit me that I want to try to fix it a little bit. So we'll see. Here it is. 14 horse Deutz Hydro Ultima. Got a mower deck on it. Some funky stainless steel baffle over here. That's funny. Guy said the carbs off of it. Dude, it's got a Magnum. That's tit. That's hot, man. Freaking Magnum? I didn't realize it was a Magnum. That's awesome. Let's see if it's got a blown rod or what. Oh, it's got compression. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's a score. Freaking Magnum, huh? Awesome. Wonder if it turns over. I doubt it. I'm sure the battery's dead. I don't think the guy's dumb enough to give me a good battery. That's it. Here's some other goodies that came with it. He told me the carburetor was off of it, and it's in here in a bag. It's a Walbro carb. It looks like some linkages are off, governor rods, everything, so whatever. And he says there's a new carb in there. There's a freaking China carb in here. Let me see what this thing is. It's probably a K-series one, not a Walbro. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I guess I got a brand new China carb, 14 horse China carb. Cool. It's worth the price of admission. Let's see what's in this box. Oh, look, an OEM fuel pump. Cool. He had said that the other pump, I don't know, he didn't say anything about the pump, but there's a pump on it. He must have put a China pump on it because all the China pump fittings that they give you are in this box. So I'll take that all day long. China fuel line, that will go right in the trash. And air filter housing. I don't know what these green plates are for. These must go on the mower deck on the belt covers is my guess. But cool. Dashboard up here. It's got a hour meter. It says 1,033 hours. It's quite a bit. Has a nice voltmeter. Doesn't have the gas gauge like my 1920 does. It only has a one lift handle. My other one has two. My other tractor is a rear PTO. This just has a front or mid PTO for the mower deck. So it only has one of those and one switch in the dash, where the other has two switches in the dash. Pretty cool though. And the other difference I noticed right away is that my other tractor has a diff lock and a high and low speed transmission. The diff lock's a pedal that comes out the side, and the high low has a shifter over there. This doesn't have that. It just has one speed evidently, but pretty cool. Well guys, let's see what came in this bag of parts here for the Walbro carb. Let's see what this dude's got in there. Okay, that's, oh, that sucks. That happens a lot where the bowl nut gets stuck in there and it breaks off. So this carburetor's junk. Jizzunk. It's donezo. But one good thing about it is that this Walbro carb does not have a tube for the, what do you want to call it? I call it a PCV valve, but the pipe that goes to the, it's like comes out of the top here, goes down to the valve cover to recirculate exhaust gas. This does not have that, which kind of shocks me. I thought that Magnums all had that. But yeah, that's a fail, huh? That stinks. It's got some rigged up crap on these linkages here. I don't know what the heck that dude is doing. It's got, these are the OEM bolts that hold it on. It has a nice bowl. So if I have another Walbro that needs a bowl, this one's good. These clips here, normally I thought that they had plastic things on the clips, but it must, I don't know. Maybe he fabric hobbled some junk here, as they say. All right, so we'll have to put that aftermarket carb on. Let's go get that and check it out. All right, check out this bowl nut that the dude must have taken off of there. I can see that it's pretty crusty looking. So he must have definitely just forced it and it tore off that whole entire bottom of the carb. Now, interestingly enough, I've never seen them have this little metal slosh guard thingy in there. I've never seen that on a Walbro. Interesting. All right, so this is the China carb that came with the tractor. And, you know, it has a different style governor linkage up here. It has different style choke shaft. I'm going to see if I can take the choke shaft out of the original carb and put it in this carb. This one has a different style lever. I don't know if they're compatible or not, but this carb came with a second choke shaft, and it's still not the right choke shaft. So let's see if I can heat up these two screws, the torch for a minute, and get them out. I ended up having to use this little pair of vice grips here to get the screws started. I always heat them first because they put Loctite on them, but this loosened them up. All right, so I got the old shaft out and the new shaft out. And one carb is a Walbro, one is a China carb, which is not just a China carb, but it's a copy of a Kohler Carter carb. But these things are pretty interchangeable. Shouldn't make any difference. Let me just see, if I put this thing in there, what I'm going to do is put the choke plate from the new carb onto the old one. It looks like our spacing is just a hair off. You can see that on the screws, so it won't be a big deal, but I will have to make one of these holes just a hair bigger. And what I'm going to do is, let's see, if I take the choke plate from the old one, put the new one on top of it, you can see that they are so close, just a hair off. So go the other direction here. I put the Walbro plate on top of the China plate. You can see it's just off about a half a width of a screw head. So I'll probably just take something in that hole and elongate it a hair, and I think we should be good. We're going to use the old screws in it, put some new Loctite on them. I got to admit something here. I've had this happen before and I should have known better, but there's a detent ball with a spring that goes in there, and of course it shot out. I have no idea where it went. It's in my driveway somewhere. I'm never going to find it. And the old carb is missing the detent because the previous owner must have shot it out at some point, but it's not in there. It might not have had one, I'm not sure, but I'll see if I got a parts carb on my bench that I can steal one from. All right, I took this Dremel with this carbide cutter and just put it in there and hogged it out a hair. I don't want to go a lot at a time because if I go too far, that wouldn't be good. So I just did it a hair and we'll go see if it fits. All right, so we got the old choke shaft in with no detent. I didn't put any Loctite on it yet. I want to test this all first, but I think that because there's a choke cable, the cable may hold it in place. Just not 100% sure, but I don't want to Loctite those screws in until we either find another detent or agree that the choke cable will hold it. Before you do anything with China carbs, you should always take the bowl off and inspect inside them. Check the float, other things. See, the float is totally out of level. I don't know if you can see it, but it's down too much. It does need to be adjusted to be up a hair. We're not talking major adjustments, but it's not right. So let me fix that before we do anything else. All right, so I got the carb just mocked up onto 2 mounting studs there, and it looks like this rod here is going to be for the choke. So I got to figure out, I think it goes like this. And with this carb, they give you a new end here, and of course it's missing the piece that goes over the end and everything. These things are always pieces of crap, it seems. Like this angle that's on that thing should be like 90 degrees, and look at what it is. It's like 45 degrees. So we might have to do some custom piping here. I mean, if I put that in that governor rod, look where it goes. It's nowhere close to where that carb is. Let me put it the other way and let's see where it would be. Yeah, that's close. That's closer. I think we can make that work. The last one of these I did, I had to totally change all these geometries and like cut this thing. And so let me see if I can get this end screwed on there, and we'll see if we can get it the proper length. All right, so we're gonna try to bend this thing down a little more. I put it in the vise. I'm gonna give it a couple hits. Now let's go see if that makes it work better. All right, aftermarket carb guys, what am I missing here? How do I get this to stay on that ball and socket is the question. I don't know, I'm missing something clearly. I cannot figure out for the life of me how that goes on there and stays on there. All right, so yesterday I posted online, how do you get these things to attach? And most people said that you got to bend those 2 clips with a pair of pliers. So I'm going to try it. I don't have good faith in it though. All right, so I went to bend it with the needle nose pliers, and this great Chinese metal just snapped right off. So that wasn't the right answer. The other piece is right here. So back to the drawing board. We're going to take the carb off and grind off this thing and put the original OEM linkage back on this piece of crap. China carbs, you gotta love them. Total POS, man. Total POS.